to episode 7 of the Getting to Know You series. And today we have a very special guest, so let's bring him on. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much for coming.
Of course.
How are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
Good. So before we get started, I heard a bunch of different ways to pronounce your name. So how do you pronounce your name?
It's just pronounced. It's very simple. It's like ghost with no T, so just ghost.
Ghost.
Mhm.
So first thing I want to talk about is the game today, because you also had like a big game. I think 33 points, right? So how do you feel?
I feel good. I just was confident going into the game and just knew what we had to do.
That was a good game today. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I want to add on to that a little bit. I think after our loss last week, we were confident coming into this game. And I think you had a great game today. Made a lot of those shots that early in the season you were kind of like they were rimming out. So very excited to see how you were able to perform today and what's to come for the next few weeks.
How do you think you guys played as a team?
I think we played very well. We didn't have a lot of turnovers like we did last game. We only had 7, I think. And it just we passed the ball around. We all shot confidently. We did good.
Yeah, I think last week we had 17 turnovers.
17.
So that's crazy if you think about it.
We got 10.
Yeah, 10. And even the 10, I don't really recall. Last week, like it was like back to back turnovers, right? So much better this week.
I think from like last week, one of the reasons that like it wasn't you guys didn't have like a very well offensive game was you guys also didn't you didn't have IJ there to like kind of lead the offense. So like how do you guys like think that IJ kind of like
Well, he's the number 1 pick, so he's obviously a main part of our team. He brings a lot to the table, not just defense, offense as well. He runs the whole offense mainly, but it's not just him, I would say, because we're all contributing. We're all like you need a team around him, I would say. You know what I'm saying? So it couldn't just. It is a lot him, but it's also our team as well. Fahad did a really good job drafting a team, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing that IJ brings to our team is leadership on the court, right? His ability to handle the ball, bring the ball up, slow the game down, tell us what we're doing wrong in the middle of a play, and be able to control the flow of the game. Like today, he did a great job with the way he was guarding Kia, and he stepped up and made sure that I don't think we trailed at all in this game. So it's great having a guy like that on the team.
So how do you like playing with IJ? I think were you on a team before?
This is my second time playing
Yeah.
I enjoy it just because I can focus on what I like doing the most instead of like speaking up and kind of leading the team, because I can just focus on scoring or playing defense because I have someone who basically tells me or helps me play or tells me what to do.
Bro, you're still yapping on the court. What are you talking about?
I like to talk, but it's just because that's how I play. I like to talk. It helps me play better.
What about how do you like playing with my dad?
I like playing with your dad. This is my first time playing with him, and he's very smart guy. I would say he knows how to play basketball, and maybe he doesn't. The stats don't show it, but he knows how to play basketball.
How do you like how like your team like both you guys, like how do you think how do you like your team?
You can go first.
So I like my team a lot. I think my focus was obviously getting the best player, and then after that is surrounding the player with what he does well. And Ghaos was like the obvious choice for me at that point. We actually talked at Juma, I think, when you were leaving, and I was like, "Are you ready to get drafted?" I really did not expect you to be there when my pick came up, so I was very thankful that you were. And then once I got Ghaos, then Matt was another big guy, because I didn't want to rely on IJ having to be our big guy also. So, and then it was just literally filling the team out. Dave was there as a rebounder, Yusuf defender, great guy who can hit shots when he's open, Omer's hustles, and then obviously Hasib, who we'll talk about a little bit more because I want to give a shout out to him. Yeah.
I like our team. I like how we have one of the best centers in the league, I would say. We have one of the best point guards in the league in IJ. We have our team fits very nicely together, I would say.
So like the night of the draft, did you expect him to draft you?
Yeah, I did, just because he just said that. When you were actually at Juma, he was talking to me. He told me that he wanted to take me. And and I was surprised, to be honest, because I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
But I'm happy, sure.
So like, since you're like brought up Hasib, what do you think about him drafting Hasib?
I like Hasib. He fell very low in the draft, but he was one of our best players because he has a lot of like grit, and you know, he just in the paint all the time, and he can even shoot. To be honest, he can do everything. When he's on, he can do everything. He's a very good player, very solid player.
Yeah, I mean, Hasib is one of my favorite players on the team. We're definitely going to miss him a lot.
Mhm.
I know he's going back to school, so this was probably his last game of the season.
Yeah.
We don't know if he'll be there for the playoffs, most likely not, but he just, he's running up and down the court all the time, right?
Mhm.
He brings so much energy. He's so far, so like, there's one game we missed Matt, he guarded Sully, right?
You got Ismail today.
Ismail today. He also, I think when IJ wasn't here last week, I think he guarded, their big man James or whoever. So actually, I think it was Matt. But he has the ability to guard 1 through 5. He can guard anyone, right? So he brings so much to our team, and just seeing him grow as a person and the way how positive he's been, and like he's been great in the chat, just talking guys up and just being such a positive pickup guy on our team. I just love that.
So we're gonna do some personal questions. So where are you originally from?
I was actually born in New Jersey, and then when I was, I think 4, we moved to New Hampshire, and I lived there for I think like 12 years or like 10 years, around that, and then we moved to Pennsylvania in 2016, and then I've been here since.
So how old were you whenever you moved to? New Hampshire?
That was 2016, so I was about 13 or 12, around your age.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So in New Hampshire, wow, how was that?
It was different from here for sure. It was I think we were one of the only minorities in our whole school, but like nothing bad. Like I love living there. It was good place to live.
So how old are you?
I'm 20.
So you're in college. So what are you majoring in?
I'm majoring in computer science.
So what originally got you into basketball?
To be honest, it was my older brother, Mahad. He actually made the middle school basketball team, I think. And then after that, I think we all just started wanting to play basketball because of him. It was about it.
I remember he was in the first couple of seasons we played. I don't think he was there the first season of MB, but he played a couple of seasons after that. And I always used to talk to him like I wanted to be on my team, but we never got a chance to play on the team together. Yeah.
So what other sports do you play?
Well, I played soccer for fun, football as well, but nothing more serious than basketball. Basketball is what I played. What I mainly played.
So like currently do you play in like any other leagues?
No, not right now. I played in Heyday maybe I think like a few months ago, and no, just MB so far.
How did you like it?
It was different from MB because it was so like MB's a lot more organized, I would say, and then Heyday. To be honest, I like MB a lot better. Heyday is a better gym though.
It's a better gym, but I've heard stories like refs not showing up or refs arguing the players or wanting to fight the players or
I was there
teams
one
not
time.
showing up.
Yeah,
And like
yeah.
it's, yeah.
I think it was actually Joe who's on the team right now with on Live.
Yeah.
One of the refs, he squared up with him, was gonna fight him. Yeah, that was funny. I was really confused why that happened.
So how many seasons have you been in MB?
I think this is my 4th or 5th. I'm not sure. 4th.
So how did you like originally like hear about the league again?
It was just through just through the mosque. I think my brother joined the league first, and then after that I would go to his games and watch. And I wasn't old enough to play, but I wanted to play, and then I just joined when I was able to.
And also you guys are always there for like pick up ball and stuff. So
Yeah, we're always
you know
in
from the guys
community.
that there's a league.
Mm-hmm.
So before we get into like the rapid fire questions, is there any questions you have for me?
I do have a question. So, I think I asked this, but what do you like better, basketball or football?
So watching, I'd say football. Playing like playing for fun. Like I can't decide. Like in the leagues, like playing like some flag football leagues, like some basketball leagues. I would say basketball, like the league wise. Yeah, basketball.
That's cool. And how did you get started in your chocolate? Like, why did you start doing chocolate?
I think it was last year. I think. So my cousin like got me like the supplies and stuff to start making the chocolate, and then like she's the one that made the labels.
And who gave you the idea to start selling it? Was your dad? Or you
I think I just started selling it. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Her, so you guys know Mansoor, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's my brother-in-law. So his daughter, like she's the one. I think it was for your birthday. She got you like
Yeah,
the
it was Eid, I think.
or
It
Eid,
was
something like that. Yeah. So she got the label or whatever for it, which was really cool. So she started making it for family, then started.
So it was like easy thing to do because she just gave you, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, I understand.
How many different types of chocolate do you sell?
I,
Forget about the flavors, like different, because you have different sizes, right?
Oh yeah. I have like the regular bar, the smaller bars, the large ones, the extra large ones.
I did not know that. I think I
and
bought
the box
chocolate a
nuggets,
few
I
times.
think. Yeah.
And
Box
she has a
of
box.
what?
Box of nuggets that look like nuggets.
Small
Oh, I
nugget
haven't
pieces,
seen that.
yeah.
I haven't seen that. I think I'm gonna have to try that one.
I think whenever I first started selling, it was at like some I think like the Eid festival that they had, and then I think my first customers were Ghaos. Yeah.
So the box chocolates, the little ones, they're all the same flavors as the other ones? The same flavors or?
Yeah, same flavors.
Same flavors? Okay.
But like with this, you can like do like half and half or
Mhm.
whatever.
Okay.
So you want to give it to us first?
Sure.
And so you have a minute to answer all of these questions.
Okay.
Yeah, they'll be like one of them, like he ran out. He took 40 seconds on the first.
No, I'm gonna go through these a minute.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. Favorite player in the league?
IJ.
Favorite NBA team?
Celtics.
Favorite NBA player?
Kyrie Irving.
My dad or IJ?
I'm gonna go with IJ.
MJ or LeBron?
LeBron.
Football or basketball?
Basketball.
Who's a better shooter? Yasin or Cody?
Cody.
Favorite food?
Pizza.
Golf or tennis?
Tennis.
Coffee or soda?
Soda.
Pasta or tacos?
Tacos.
Chef Dara or Ramla?
Roma.
Movies or books?
Movies for sure.
Savory or sweet?
Savory.
Dear Yasin or Load?
Load.
Hershey's or Shore?
Of course you sure.
Boy.
That's how we go.
Oh,
we
that
can
is
get it.
missing. Where'd it go?
Someone stole it. I don't know where.
Sorry,
But
we'll get it
it's
later.
here, yeah, it's
Yeah,
here.
we'll get it.
So, before we end it, we actually have another guest coming.
Mm-hmm.
So, you want to bring him on?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Welcome to the podcast.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
So let's introduce him first. That's Mahid. He's Ghos's brother,
Yeah.
older brother.
Yeah.
We were talking about him a little bit earlier today, and he's here. So I want to welcome you on.
Yeah, I appreciate it, guys. It's going to be a good experience.
Yeah. How do you like the league so far, by the way? Because you were away for
It's different
for
for
about a
sure.
year, right?
Right. I would say the one thing I really like is how balanced teams are. Kind of, it's competitive in a good way. We were talking about like the 2019 league and how that was more, people would bring on a very
The Stroudsburg team.
yeah. It was an unbalanced, I would say, league. But now I like how competitive it is.
So what did you think of your game today? 'Cause I think you had like, how many points?
Should we go over the games?
Yeah, let's pull the stats. While she's looking that up, you like the draft? You guys both like the draft?
Yeah.
I liked it,
Yeah.
for sure. When I first heard about it, I didn't like it, to be honest. But then when I like it now, for sure.
I think the thing is, like, a lot of people want to play with their friends only, so they want to build a team. And
That's what I was, because I was originally on the youth team, and I wanted to stay on that team, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But
Yeah.
now I like it.
Did the U team have Ibrahim Jabir on it?
For the first season, and the next season we didn't have it.
And you guys lost, right?
Yeah, I mean, to my defense, I was injured that season. I got surgery, so I was wearing a mask a few games,
Yeah.
and I didn't play. But
You guys actually had a very strong roster because I think you guys had Cody and Ibrahim Jala.
yeah,
And
he was
Cody was away. Ibrahim Jala.
I didn't
got
play
hurt.
either. Yeah,
You didn't play, and I think Hakeem was out sick. And you guys ended up finishing that game. I think Rocky fouled out against Anwar and Ghaos and Wasay and those guys. That was a very strong team.
I didn't even go, to be honest.
And and I think they only won by like 6 or 7 points, and it was a 5-on-4 for most of the second half.
Really?
So it was a very, very tough game. You guys, I think, definitely could have beat them if you guys had your team at full strength.
Yeah. So you had 16 points.
Oh,
So
okay.
how do you think you?
How many rebounds? What's the full stat line?
What?
Full stat line. Let's look at the full stat line.
Yeah. 4 rebounds. 1 steal. 4 turnovers.
Don't talk about it. Yeah, we need
2
to work on
fouls
that.
and 16 points.
Okay. Yeah, definitely need to work on the turnovers, but and I do want more rebounds, of course. But yeah, I think the scoring is there. It's just those other things that would probably help. Finishing probably would help as well. And yeah, I think that's fair analysis.
Do you think like some of your rebounds get like affected because of Andy rebounding?
Right, I would have to kind of lay back and let him take that over because it's just a better blend. He's more successful at that.
I think you guys both crashed at the same time, though, to be honest. I think if you guys both are aggressive on the rebounds, you both get good numbers on the rebounds, for sure.
Yeah. But that comes to Anwar as well. He steps in when he needs to. So I think the rebounding can sometimes be shifted. Or, of course, try for it as he needs.
I know you guys haven't won a game yet, but I think a lot of people feel like you guys have a very strong team. How do you feel about your team, and like, what do you think you guys need to do a little bit differently to like get some wins?
So I think the major takeaway right now is I think we're just not synergetic. Like we're having issues kind of gelling together, and I think hopefully given the last 2 games we can figure it out into playoffs. I think it might be more of just having someone kind of facilitate for us, right? So someone needs to step up.
That's absolutely
Right, and like for today, for example, there was a lot of just dribble put up type of situations where we could slow it down. At fault there's things we need to kind of hone in on. But I think the takeaway needs to be more facilitation.
I think ball movement, guys cutting to the basket.
Off-ball picks.
Right. Yeah, I think that would be my takeaway for that.
Because we were talking about that a little bit during your game. There's a couple of times where I think it was actually you down the baseline, got in, and then 2 guys step up, but there's nowhere for you to pass the ball.
Yeah, just
So
be
you're
doing the
always
paint
cutting.
with like 4 people.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's a good one. I wasn't seeing that out, but that makes sense. Yeah.
So how do you like playing with like Anwar and like Andy?
I enjoy it. They bring this energy, they bring leadership, so it's good to have that balance. And they, we're still 0-7, but each game is learning. There's changes. We're in it on some games, and then we I guess lack on something. It could be getting back faster or fast breaks. So we know kind of what we need to do. We just need to implement it better. But they're doing a good job trying to facilitate that.
And you guys also need to be at full strength, right? Because most of the last few games it was 5 people.
Yeah.
6 people.
A couple of starters missing.
Yeah.
So it's tough to try and work on things when your main guys are not there.
Sure. No, I think that's
So-
fair. That happened 3 games now.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been like that.
Yeah. And I don't know how healthy Saad is yet. He looked not his normal self today. But I think, my advice to you guys would be like there's 2 games left. Try and work on specific things because at this point the goal is to get ready for the playoffs, right?
Exactly.
I know what
Doesn't
you
matter
guys
if you
can
win or
do.
lose now.
Who cares? Because once you're in the playoffs, like last year, we had games that were not indicative of what happened in the regular season.
Mm-hmm.
Like anyone could win, and once you get in the playoffs, it's 1 game, and a lot of times teams that are winning and haven't had a lot of like adversity in the season, they take games for granted sometimes, and that's when teams like your team,
Right.
you have so much talent, can actually come and if you have a good game plan, you can attack and like actually maybe win that game.
Yeah, no, I agree. And Saad's coming off his ankle injury, so hopefully within the next game we can see more improvement on that. Also, I feel like the trade would be kind of interesting to talk about. Yeah, I think that was it's bittersweet, because you like playing with the people, but I think Salman brings really good energy. He's a good blend into our team. Tayyib I haven't played with too much. It's good. Yeah,
He wasn't there today, right?
right, he wasn't able to make the game, but it's definitely it's a good trade. So let's see how that plays out for their 2 games.
Does Salman do a lot of Bollywood references in the chat?
Nah, he's pretty
His
quiet.
name is the exact name. too.
Yeah,
When I saw that, I thought it was a joke. I really
Yeah,
didn't
no,
think
we
it
talked
was.
about that too. Yeah, he's just about his business. He comes in, does what he needs to do.
So is there anything else about the game today, or like any other games that you want to talk about?
I think today's game was, we talked about. I think a few things we need to take away from. I would just say just hustle, a little bit of just facilitating, and kind of not being too quick with the ball would be the takeaway, and kind of maybe other games too. It kind of translates.
You guys actually were leading at one point. I think it was like 18-11. You guys were
And then
up.
that was
I think
crazy.
18
And then I looked at the
yeah.
score and it was like 31-18, and I'm like, what just happened?
So I think the switch on zone to man was the pivotal
That
thing
switched
for them.
mid-game?
They did.
Oh,
They were
they
playing
did.
zone, and then now we shifted to man. I think that was just a wake up call for us to get back. We need to be quicker, know where we are on the court type of situation.
And I think that's where we were talking a little bit about like your team doesn't have a lot of like ball movement in that sense of like team synergy and stuff that you
Mhm.
mentioned. So in a zone you can get away with that because you just get to open spot and you
Yeah.
get an open look.
Right.
But when it's man, then you have to figure out how to get guys open and how to make plays.
That's it.
So I think if you guys can figure that out, because between you, Andy, Saad, Anwar, and who's your fifth?
Would that be someone?
Saman. That's 5 really, really good guys that
That's
can run up
solid
and down the
players.
court.
Yeah.
Sure.
Right? So there's no other starting 5 except for maybe like maybe our team and Aeon's team that can keep up with you guys.
Mhm.
You just guys have to just make sure you don't get in your way, because there's one play I think in the second half where I think Salim got called for a travel because who ran into him? I don't know if you ran
I think
into
it might have
somebody.
been
Saman.
Yeah.
They got the rebound, but they kind of ran into each other.
Oh
And
wait,
that's
wait,
where-
wait! That was me.
That
I
was you,
fell on
yeah,
the poor
yeah.
guy. Yeah,
Yeah. So, that's what you guys just have to work on, is just like how to space out better. I mean, that was a defensive play, but
Right.
on offense, if you space out a little bit better, you can take at least one person should have an advantage.
I agree. Yeah.
Right? So,
Yeah. Hopefully we can pivot and learn. Yeah. That's the goal. That's the goal.
I wouldn't count you guys out yet
Mhm.
because it's the playoffs. It's different.
Yeah. Hopefully. Yeah.
So you want to get to I'll ask you some of the same like personal questions.
Yes.
So like, where are you from?
Yeah. Well, originally we're from Pakistan. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think that. Yeah. So I was born there. I lived there for about 2-3 years, and then we shifted to Jersey, and then at the same time when we lived there for a few years, shifted into New Hampshire. Beautiful state, and then now we're in Pennsylvania.
So how old are you?
I'm 23.
What got you into basketball?
It was honestly my friends, because I didn't play too many sports growing up. But in middle school, they were just like, "You're tall, you should play." And I was tall, given then, middle school compared to the other kids. So that's how I got into it, and then played throughout. But then when we moved here, I stopped playing for the school and stuff,
Yeah.
and then I joined the league and just pick up.
So how did you like get that league?
It was actually Imran. I was playing pickup with him across our neighborhood at the court that he in his neighborhood.
that's
he introduced-
Amber's dad, right?
Yes. Yep. And then he kind of told me that there was a league through the mosque, and then that's how I got introduced into the league. I was just a free agent the first season, so I didn't have much say, but it was good. Yeah.
So,
You played on the Mukhasa team, right? With
We
Quran and
did.
those guys?
Oh my goodness, that's
Yeah.
a good memory.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a fun run. We had Quran, we had Ian, Omar. It was good.
I
Shit,
think I was
Yeah, I
on-
remember Omar,
I was on
yeah,
the team
yeah.
one time.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Shahia was on there as well. Yeah, we had a good Zayd. Yeah, that was a long time ago. That was a fun team. Sean was there. Yes, it was good.
so how many seasons have you played?
I think maybe like 3 or 4 if I'm right. One season I was injured or I had school or something where I couldn't play much, so I don't know. But I would say like 3 or 4.
And you missed the last couple of seasons because you were away.
School and work. Yeah. It was a little busy, but now we have some time.
Yes.
So like growing up, did you play any sports?
Football I played for a year, and then just pick up stuff like soccer and tennis and stuff. But for the school, football and basketball.
You guys play tennis?
Yeah, I play.
You guys good?
I don't really play, but you.
I wouldn't say I'm good. If I can volley, I'm happy, right? But if you're giving me these stringent rules with the lines, I don't know. I might crack there.
So like currently, do you play in any other leagues?
No, this is it. Yeah, NBA.
You want to do some rapid fire questions?
Go ahead, hit me. I'm ready.
Okay.
Go.
I'm gonna change a few of them up on. Alright.
Want to set a timer for him too?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Alright.
All right.
3, 2, 1. Favorite player in the league.
I would say Kia actually. Kia.
Favorite NBA team.
I don't watch it much, but Celtics. Yeah.
Favorite NBA player.
Hard to say. Yeah, I don't keep up with it that much. Yeah.
Anwar or Andy.
Onward. I'm gonna say Onward.
MJ or LeBron.
That's Michael Jordan.
Football or basketball.
Basketball.
Better shooter. Dawood or Cody.
Cody, consistent. Yeah.
Favorite food.
I would say a burger, smash burger. Yeah.
Golf or tennis.
Tennis.
Coffee or soda.
Coffee.
Pasta or tacos.
Pasta.
Chef Dara or Ramla.
Rumble.
Movies or books.
Movies.
Savory or sweet.
Sweet.
Dear Yasin or low.
Low.
That's it, yeah.
All right. Good.
That's good job. Awesome.
That was like a buzzer beater.
So I personally actually want to say like how happy I was when I heard you come back to the league, because I know I mentioned this earlier in the podcast, but I think after the first season that you played, because we would always just make teams and have them, just it was kind of set. But I remember I used to tell you like every single year, like we gotta play together.
I know we had these conversations. Yeah. We still haven't. So
Yeah,
we'll get there maybe one season. But
I mean, we were close. So let's talk about that real quick.
Right.
So after I picked your brother, I before you got picked, like my turn was coming up, and I told him like, what do you think of me taking your brother next? Because I really want to draft him.
Right.
And he said, yeah, let's do it.
Sure.
So we were like, all right, we're excited. We know. And then for me, it was like perfect because I know how you play. So I'm like, this would be perfect because we have guys that can just like do everything, right? And then Anwar pick came up and he picked your
I
team.
knew
was like,
that was
"Oh,
happening though.
oh,
Anwar and I had this
okay."
conversation free because he was giving me some information about the league, and then he said I was on his list for the pick, and and when I found out he picked me, I was happy. I'm excited. I was excited.
Trade at the draft.
No, it was good. I'm content, and hopefully eventually we'll get a game for season 2.
Yeah, good job. All right, well, thank you guys so much
Okay,
for
before we go, so I have a question for both of you guys. Who is your favorite captain that you played for?
I would have to say for Hub.
For me, honestly, I don't remember because I haven't played too much. I don't remember, so I would say Onward. Yeah, because that's my most recent one. Yeah.
You played on Yasin's team last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good answer.
Who's one player in the league that that's currently playing that you haven't been on a team on that you want to play with?
For me, I think I don't know, to be honest. I think Kia maybe, just because I want to see how, I know he doesn't pass the ball much, but I want to see how I work with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I think Kia.
Yeah, honestly, it's a tough call for me because I'm still learning how everyone plays because it's been a while. I would say either IJ or Kia, either one. Yeah.
So
Actually, before we finish, why don't we do predictions for next week? Let's do that. So let's pull the games up, and then we kind of.
You know what I got. I got Rafa.
So by the way, just for everyone, right? So we're into the last 2 weeks, which means every team has played each other at least once now. And the last 2 games are going to be whoever we played week 1, we play the last week, and whoever we played week 2, we play next week. So
Okay.
no, that's the way the schedule's set.
the first one is Shakhtar versus Gaza, which is one team versus our team.
I think I got Sheikh Dara for sure.
Yeah, I'm the second.
I'm gonna go with L's team.
The first one for this is
First time, like I've been saying, I don't want to pick L's team, but I'm starting to have a lot of confidence. I see a lot of confidence on that team, and I love the way that they played today from what I saw. And Sully, especially, he's I think he's matured so much as a player on the court, and he's become so much of a passer, not just a guy that just wants the ball. So I'm kind of wondering how they're gonna be able to stop him. I know they have Ismail and Jacob, but I don't know how they're gonna be able to stop him. And I think L is smart enough to know how to try and guard Kia. So
Let's see.
I'll pick that.
I mean-
plus I want Shake Shadow to drop a little bit lower.
Personally, I think Chaudhry because even IG guarding him today, I think did a very good job. But Kia still had 32. And that's crazy to me. So I think they're gonna have trouble stopping
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check that.
Too.
Yeah, it just makes sense that way.
And then the second game is Dear Yasin versus El Khalil.
Who's that? It's Usman.
Anwar's team versus Usman's
Okay.
team.
I think I'm gonna go with Dear Yasin.
Come on, don't say that.
You're picking your team, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Al Khalil. I think Al Khalil is gonna surprise some people. You guys gonna have to figure out how to stop Tejan though.
I agree. Yeah.
I think Tejan is a big wild card, right? If you can somehow control him enough and control the flow of the game enough, you guys have a good chance.
Yeah, I think there might be a lot of switching on him, or maybe even needing to double at times.
You have to keep him off the boards too.
100%. Yeah, because he was picking boards over us.
Yeah. I mean, the tough thing about him is even if you try to box him out, he gets up so high,
Exactly.
he can still grab the ball, right? So it's gonna have to be a team effort trying to keep him off the glass.
110. Yeah.
I'm gonna also go El Khalil.
The underdogs.
I mean, they have something to prove. So
Yeah.
for sure, it could happen.
The third game is Janine versus Rafa. I'm going Rafa.
You already know where we're going.
Come on.
What's Zinni's record?
1-6, and you're 6-1.
Who they beat?
6.
I can
Probably El Khalil.
Yeah, they did.
Guys,
They did.
I think
I think that was a close
Yeah,
game.
that's-
Overtime.
It was the first game of the season. They beat them by like 7 points.
Okay, that was close. What's
Yeah,
last
I mean, that's us.
one? Ramla and Laud. Right.
That's gonna be a fun game.
I'm
Who's
gonna go,
Ramla's team?
Ramla,
Ion's team.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Versus Wow.
Ayan, Chris, Ian, all those guys going up against, against James.
There's James, Cody, Reeves.
Yeah.
Honestly, this is interesting. That's going to be a good one to watch.
I think I'm gonna go with Laud. Laud. I think they're gonna have trouble guarding everyone, to be honest. Because Idris is really good on the rebounds. He's a good slasher. Cody, he can shoot. I think, and then Joe too. I think
Right.
if they have everyone, I think I'm gonna go with Laud.
I'm gonna go Ramla only because I'm trying to think if like I'm guessing that Manveer will be on Curse. Like, is he gonna be able to stop Curse?
I don't think so, to be honest with you.
So I think
It's a fair point.
Ramla has a big size advantage between Ian and Chris.
Mhm.
I think Lowe's gonna just struggle with that.
I think James is gonna guard Chris though. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Chris is like 6'6".
For
he's
sure,
big,
yeah.
You know, so I think they're
But
gonna.
we'll see how serious he takes the game.
Yeah.
If he,
Yeah, that could affect it. Yeah.
for sure.
I was talking to them the other game, like they want to go out to eat. But all right, so you guys all picked. No, who did you pick?
I'm gonna go with Ramla.
Ramla.
Wait, honestly?
Yeah, because it's gonna be because of those 2 points you just brought up.
Yeah.
Because they didn't click at first, but that's a very reasonable thing. Yeah, it might be hard to put someone on there.
All right. Well, let's see how next week goes.
Yeah.
We should be back in first place, sole possession.
Yeah, we're
Let's see
first.
ourselves when
We
we're
have a
in.
very good lead too, right? The point difference. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you check the seating right now or no?
You can see the standings right now, and actually, if you go to the standings page, it shows the points, the point differential also.
Yep, we're number 1
Yeah.
for sure.
I don't even see where I'm at.
See what that?
Are you guys plus minus in points?
This is a tough.
They're
tough
minus.
list.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. All right. Well,
Thank you guys for
good luck.
coming.
Of
Yeah.
course, I had a good time.
And good luck to you guys next week. I hope you guys pull it out.
Yeah,
Thank
me
you
too.
guys for coming. Yeah. Sounds good.
Thank you so much for watching. It's your work signing off.